Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're making challah, a delicious egg-enriched loaf of bread that traditionally is braided, making it the most beautiful presentation on your breakfast table or on your dining table. This bread is slightly sweet and wonderfully soft inside. Any leftovers would make the perfect French toast or bread pudding. So first we're going to start with our ingredients. We are going to need 2 cups of warm water, 4.5 ounces of dry active yeast, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar plus 2 teaspoons, 1/4 cup of honey, 5 large eggs or 6 medium eggs, 6 to 7 cups of unbleached flour, 4 teaspoons of kosher salt, a cup of grapeseed oil, and 1 cup of bread flour. And if you missed any of those ingredients or measurements, hit me up in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to forward them to you. Okay, we're going to start with our yeast. In a bowl with the warm water, we're going to add the yeast and about 1 teaspoon of sugar. We're going to stir that together and let that sit for about 10 to 15 minutes until it proofs, which you can see is bubbly and foamy. We are then going to transfer that to a larger bowl. And we're going to add our eggs, our honey, the remaining sugar, 1 cup of bread flour, and we're going to whisk that together so it's well combined. We're then going to add our salt, our 1 cup of grapeseed oil, and begin gradually adding our flour. At this point, I transferred it all to a stand mixer with a hook attachment as I continue adding the flour. I then dusted a work surface and I put the dough out onto the work surface, and as you can see, it's quite wet and sticky. That's exactly how it needs to be. So you get all of that onto your work surface and you lightly dust it with flour, and you want to work it very, very gently. You don't want to overwork it, and you certainly don't want to add too much flour, just enough so that it doesn't stick to your hands or to the surface. And I use this rolling motion. I will then transfer this into a oiled bowl that will proof overnight in the refrigerator, covered with a damp cloth. Okay, you can see after being proofed, it's almost tripled in size, still sticky, and we are going to then deflate the dough out again onto a work surface, and we're going to lightly dust it with flour and continuing to gently work the dough without overworking it. We're going to divide it in half, creating 2 loaves. Each loaf goes into an oiled bowl, proofed for 2 to 3 hours. I'm dumping 1 loaf out onto the work surface again, and just basically repeating the process, lightly flour and gently kneading. Okay, so now we're going to divide this into 4s. Try to make them even. You have 4 separate pieces. Each piece will then be rolled out to about 16 to 18 inches long. And then we're going to take those pieces and begin creating a braided woven effect, taking the ends, tucking them underneath, and creating a round loaf, which is then transferred onto a cookie sheet, either lined with parchment paper, or in this case, a silpat, brushed with some egg wash, and let this sit for about 30 to 40 minutes before putting it into a 350 oven and bake it for about 25 to 35 minutes depending on the size of your loaf. Take it out when it's golden brown and it's hollow to the touch, and there you have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you all once you try this recipe. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell so that you know the next time a video is posted. Until next time.